What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. This story's called Chilean Racist Crude Name for Female Reproductive Part. Obligatory, I'm from Chile, so English isn't my first language, and I'll try my best to translate the insults. Also, this is not my story, but something I saw just now. Some context first. There has been a massive immigration from Haitians here in Chile. While they're just looking for a better life, some people can't stand these immigrants, claiming all kinds of BS like they're N-words, therefore they're bad, that they came here only to steal jobs from white Chilean people and sell drugs, yada yada. Exactly what you've probably heard from trashy old white Trump supporters there in the USA, only with Haitians instead of Mexicans. Now that I've explained that, on to the story. So I was just buying ice cream in a supermarket, we're in midsummer, when I saw the RC, or racist cocker spaniel, of the story. An obese old lady with poorly dyed blonde hair and a face of, "If you talk to me, I'll bite your head off," getting dangerously close to a poor Haitian, who we'll call Haitian guy, that was just standing there trying to figure out how to read the signs. Haitians barely speak any Spanish, by the way. I immediately knew what was going to happen, yet for some reason, I couldn't react at all. The racist cooter just started screaming at the poor Haitian guy before he could even react. Racist cooter to everyone, "Oh my god, I can't believe they're hiring these N-words. They know nothing about this country, they're just stealing our jobs, this is unacceptable. Damn you, N-word, can you even understand Spanish? I need to know where I can find more of these damn specific brand of something. I can't seem to find more, so go look for some in the storage." The poor Haitian guy just stood there, shocked, not knowing what to do. Oh my freaking god, do I really need to speak monkey language now for you to understand? I kid you not, she seriously said that. This is what happens when they hire monkeys for these jobs, they can't even speak our language. At this point, people started looking. The poor Haitian guy tried to say something like, "Can I help you?" in a weird, broken accent. It was obvious he was still learning how to speak in Spanish. "Why don't you go back to Haiti, you uncivilized monkey? We don't need more troubles in this country. I bet you arrived here as an illegal just to sell drugs anyway, so I should call the cops on you, you gosh darn N-word." While I'd love to take credit for this, I was still shocked at this lady's attitude and still unable to move, like a total idiot. It was some other random guy, around 24 to 26, who yelled at the lady, "Can't you see he doesn't speak Spanish, you freaking insane piece of crap? Or perhaps it wasn't clear enough for you to understand." That's exactly my point. Why is he even working here if he can't speak the damn language? We should send this monkey back to the crap hole where he came from. Another lady exclaimed, "He doesn't work here, you dumbass. He isn't wearing the damn uniform." Then why is he even inside the supermarket? He's obviously poor, so he shouldn't be able to buy a single banana. She was still calling him a monkey. Finally, it was my turn to say something. So he's an employee just because he's standing inside. Guess we're all employees now, you uncultured racist mother lover. No, I'm talking about him. He must either be working here or trying to steal something. We should call the cops just in case. By this point, the first random guy was just getting red with anger and walked right up to the racist cooter's face, who backed up a few steps out of fear. "Look, lady, if you ever call him an N-word or a monkey again, I'll beat the living crap out of your freaking face!" Hearing that, racist cooter just threw her bags to the ground and walked right out of there. Police wasn't called, so that was the end of it. Also, the staff really wasn't involved. They just came later to ask if everything was okay. Utterly useless wankers. We turned our attention to Haitian guy, who was still standing there, pale. At this point, he started crying a little, trembling, while trying his best to say thank you to us. I personally went to talk to Haitian guy along with the other random guy. Haitian guy made his best effort to say that he recently made it to Chile. He was just looking for a better future for his newborn baby. In fact, he was just trying to buy diapers the whole time and got himself lost. He was just mad that he was unable to defend himself and said it wasn't the first time he had trouble with racist people. We did our best to comfort him, telling him that not everyone here is a racist piece of crap like them. Once again, he thanked us and went on his way with a smile on his face. I made it to my house after buying the ice cream. Success! and wrote this to you. Guys, I'm still shocked at what I saw today, and honestly, I can't even imagine how these racist pieces of crap can live with themselves every day. Okay, first off, that's insane. Who does that? You're not even a person at that point, you're just evil incarnate. What? And also, we really gotta appreciate how all these people stuck up for that guy. It really increases my faith in humanity, as one would say on the internet. And that's really sweet that, he started tearing up, because honestly, most of us would probably do the same. Because being an immigrant, I'm not an immigrant, but I can imagine being an immigrant can be very alienating at first with the locals, especially with racism as rampant as that is. So just imagine how freaking alienated that guy must feel. Like, he hardly speaks the language, and he's in a new country. It's completely unfamiliar and mostly hostile, it seems. And he's just trying to get some diapers for his baby. And he escaped what I'm assuming was a very difficult life in Haiti. And it's just really sad, given how honest his intentions are. But holy crap, this guy went off on Trump supporters. And I feel the need to say this because, while personally I'm not a Trump supporter, there's no one here to, stick up for, their beliefs. This story's called Karen Can't Read. Long-time lurker, first-time poster. Like, ever. So, this story takes place during the wonderful Christmas holiday week where all of the entitled Richards, Karens, etc. come out of their war-broken shells of defeat to attempt at claiming someone's soul. Unfortunately, I deal with my fair share of entitled souls almost daily, as I work at an internet service provider as a tech support agent for the services we provide. I also work in the night crew, so when I finish my shift, it's already very late. So, as you can guess, when I finish work, I can be quite drained. And on one merry night, I decided to drive to my local mall cart to get some shrimp for a shrimp cocktail dish I was gonna make with a Christmas lunch for my family the next day. When I entered the store, I went straight for shrimp, but had to go through a few aisles of other products of food and ended up coming across a cute old lady in one of those automated wheelchair deals. She ended up asking me for help to find some products, as she could not read well. So I ended up assisting her for about 15 minutes through the aisles until she was content with what she had. She ended up thanking me and chatted with me for a couple more minutes before we separated and went about our ways. It took me a moment to remember what I was going for, but then as I started to leave, my nerdy oh crap senses tingled, and I felt it. Cast. Karen, a 5'4" dirty blonde, looks like she started smoking when she was 12, wearing sunglasses at 11 p.m, has knee highs, heels, some kind of fashionable skirt and jacket deal that she got from a Target sale of half price. Looks like she's a mid-40s mom trying to relive her bad high school days. Me, a 6'4" Asian wearing a black jacket and business casual clothing with my ID from work on my belt. Random employee. Intense tapping on my shoulder begins, followed by Karen attempting to spin me around by grabbing my arm, but I was so focused I kinda just nudged and looked behind me. What do you want? Karen hands me a shopping list. Yes, I want you to grab a buggy and find me this list of items. No. I drop the list of items as I start to walk away. Karen does surprise Pikachu face. Excuse me? You will take this list and do as you are told, you little crap. First off, you are the literal little crap between us. Second off, I don't work here. Third off, I am fairly sure this store will not act as... Karen points at the ID on my belt. Don't you lie to me, you worthless, pathetic crap. I see your ID, I know you work here. Now, you will do this right now or I'm going to contact your manager and corporate and have you fired. Okay, so you are smart enough to see that I have an ID, but not smart enough to read my ID. I grab my ID, bringing it closer to her face each time I say, "Can you read that? Can you read that? Can you read that? How dare you assault me? I am gonna call corporate and have you fired." With my resting bimbo face, I walk away to the shrimp. Random employee comes to the aisle to speak to Karen and ask what is wrong. Now, my hearing is a bit shot from being screamed at over time over the phone, so I only heard bits and pieces, but the gist of their conversation was her demanding I get fired, asking for corporate's number, and the employee more than likely telling her I do not work there. This proceeds to have me turn around at the end of the aisle. "Hey, dumbass! Yeah, you! Take off your sunglasses! This isn't the 90s version of the Matrix. I still don't work here." "Karen, red Pikachu face without the lightning." I proceed to walk away and grab the shrimp, purchase it, and leave the store. I haven't heard from the Karen yet, so I can only assume she could not read my ID that had my company name, etc. on it. Yeah, it was ballsy and probably not the best thing to do, but at the end of the day, who cares? It was a great shrimp cocktail. Oh, and Happy New Year's to whoever reads this. Well, that was just your standard run-of-the-mill I don't work here lady. However, I will say this, you don't keep a man from his shrimp. This story is called, "Do you work here? Yes, it is very warm here." Huh? I got done with work early today and wanted to take advantage of a warm day and some unexpected free time. I work with a German Shepherd and have had towels, etc. in the car to give him a bath. I pulled into the designated spots at our local car and dog wash emporium and got out to check and see if the dog wash was open. Today was unseasonably warm in our area, and it's Saturday. The car wash was packed. This time of year, temperatures are usually below freezing and there is often snow on the ground. It was 55 and sunny today. There were people mowing their lawns, unheard of for the end of December. It's usually snowblower weather. I mention the weather because the car wash area of the facility I was at was very busy. There were no open car wash bays and one open vacuum and shampoo station. This story winds up being about the empty vacuum station. When I got out of my car to check the dog wash room, a gentleman at a car wash bay got my attention and pointed to the dog wash. I could not hear him over all the noise, but his facial expression and body language were obvious he was asking me a question. I thought he was asking me if I was going to use the dog wash, so I yelled, "Yes!" and gave him a thumbs up sign. He then hurried to the lone empty vacuum and motioned to me. I thought he was making a joke. In fact, I thought it was funny he wanted me to vacuum my dog. He seemed confused about my reply and made more motions toward the vacuum and kept trying to yell to me over the din of the 10 or 12 vacuums and pressure washers working to rid our town of road salt. Yes, we have had ice storms recently, so 55 is an extra Christmas present for us. I wasn't sure why he liked that vacuum so much, but my wife was home sick and I wanted to get home and help her out by getting dinner for us and our son. I had confirmed the dog wash was free and had walked back to my car. I had my hand on the handle, ready to get the dog out, when I realized this guy was behind me. Well, actually, the car was shaking so much, it was the dog that let me know the guy was behind me. In a very heavy Eastern European accent, the gentleman told me the vacuum was broken and had taken his money. Then it hit me. He thinks the dog wash is an office and he thinks I work there. I asked him if he asked me if I worked there when he motioned to the end door, and he said yes. I explained to him that I did not work there and that I thought he was asking me if I was there to use the dog wash. Some people like to watch dogs with the dejected, "woe is me" expressions as they get a bath. People often look into the dog wash at the pooches in the tub. Heck, my wife and I often take pictures of the dogs after they've been soaked down and lathered up. They look so pathetic. I managed to convey to the gentleman that I didn't work there and I was there to wash the dog. It wasn't until I pointed out the dog in the car that he finally realized there was a very large and angry dog focused on him. It was too loud to hear the dog, but he had my SUV shaking quite a bit. It took another couple minutes, but the man and I managed to get through the language barrier, and I showed him where the info was to call and report a problem and get a refund. And then I got to wash my partner. We did wind up with an audience. My glasses were getting fogged, so I took them off and put them on the shelf. When I looked up, there was a guy with his son and daughter outside, and they were watching my dog as he did his best drowned rat impersonation. All three of them were smiling at the dog. You know, I should have charged them admission and given the money to the other guy for his vacuum losses. Now, I'm curious as to what kind of job he has where a dog is his partner. At first I was thinking maybe he's in the police force and the dog is, his canine companion. But if that was the case, the guy would have noticed that he was in a police cruiser, so I wonder. And yeah, wet dogs do look kind of funny. This story's called Target Sucks. Today, I walk into Target. I'm wearing blue jeans, a gray hoodie, and a ball cap. I'm in the sporting goods aisle, looking for 4 Coleman ponchos for a football game tomorrow. I'm wanting all the same color, so I pull several off and pick the ones I want out. As I'm standing there, holding the several I pulled off in one hand and replacing them, a cow of a human walks around the corner, looks at me in the ponchos, and I guess decides I work there. She tells me that I need to come a couple aisles over and get something down for her. I tell her she needs to find someone who works here, as I'm finishing putting the last of the ponchos back. Admittedly, I have a pretty harsh voice and a no-nonsense tone about me. I may have left the army, but the army hasn't left me yet. The rest of the conversation went a lot like this. "You don't?" she says. "Nope, just cleaning up my mess," I reply.
"Well, you just restocked that shelf. You work here. If you won't help me, you need to call someone who can."
Her tone getting really crappy with me. "Lady, the only thing I'm gonna do is pay for these, then leave." Then she goes into full trailer trash Karen mode.
"That's fine. I'll just find out who you work for here and let them know how you're treating people. After I have a chat, you'll be lucky if you're serving fries at your next job. What do you have to say for yourself now?"
The next thing out of my mouth was, "Step off, you old bench," and I walked off towards the front. There may or may not have been something said about her hygiene, her weight, a wet spot, and a sack of flour, loudly, and maybe rated PG-17. When I get to the registers, there's a young girl at the front directing people to the next registers. She points me to a register and I go there waiting my turn. As I'm paying and finishing up, I notice the cow is baying away at the poor girl at the front, pointing at me the whole time. Kinda wish I could have heard that conversation. But yeah, Target sucks. At least today it did. Dang, this guy's like no nonsense. Wow. He did not. He went in for the kill. Jeez. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.